Hello boys and girls, mums and dads. I know now you can see the school behind me, and we're really looking forward to seeing you all back next Tuesday on September the 1st. So I'd like to welcome everybody onto the video here and say to you all, I want you to see the precautions all of the teachers and the Board of Management have taken in preparation for you returning to school to make sure that it's a safe return for all boys and girls and their parents. And these are some of the ways we're going to operate a little bit different in our school. I'm in the car park now, and the car park will be free on Tuesday morning. You can come and stop and park up with your child, but I will ask you to keep your child in the car until 9 o'clock. And at 9 o'clock we're going to open the gates between the two schools, and the teachers will be down there to meet all boys and girls from senior infants to 5th class. I'm walking down the path between the two schools, mums and dads. This is a route you take every day with your boys and girls, and I'm going to come down to the double gates between the two schools. Now, right here at the double gates, mums and dads, you usually walk in through these two gates. From now on you won't be, because under the new regulations no one else is allowed into the building. So the teachers will meet your children here, and they will bring them straight into the classroom where the class teachers will be waiting for them. On their way into the classroom they will be expected to hand sanitize, and we have dispensers, 2 dispensers in every classroom and 1 at every door, so that the boys and girls will be hand sanitizing a number of times during the school day. I do acknowledge it will be very different for you not to be able to walk around the back with your children and line up, but unfortunately we have to comply with the new regulations and the guidelines, and we'll certainly do our best to make sure your children are as safe as possible with us. Now boys and girls, mums and dads, you can see our senior schoolyard here. It's still the same, but we have divided it up into 4 quarters so that each class, or each bubble as it's called now, as you've heard on the TV and in the newspapers, can play separately together. When the bell rings at 11:15 and 1:15, each class will line up separately, and they'll line up on these lines closest to their school, each to the school. Each yellow line here in front of me is 1 metre apart. So I'm looking at the 4th class section here now. They will line up here on the yellow lines and walk in through the door here. The door nearest the boys' toilets, and straight into their classroom then. Again, on their way back in, they will hand sanitize and go in and take a seat. Over on this side of the yard, we've got the 6th class bubble. On the left, it's 5th class, and over here, it's 3rd class. And each section has a place to line up when the bell rings, and each child will be 1 metre apart. The 4 classes will go in 3 different exits, because 3rd class, as you know, will go up to the junior school. 5th class will go straight from their section into the school at the door at the girls' toilets, and 6th class then will go them in when they've gone in, and they will go straight to their classroom, all pupils hand sanitizing. So that's how we will operate from at break times. Also in the mornings, when you come in through the double gates, teachers will bring you in your assigned door. 4th class will always go into the door, the boys' toilets. 5th class will go into the door at the girls' toilets, and 6th class will go in at the front of the school. They'll go in at the old front door beside my office, and we'll show you that now in a minute. That'll be the 6th class door to enter and exit the school all of the time. I'm going to make my way up to the junior school now, and we all remember, even though it is since last March, when the bell rings we stop, and when it stops ringing we walk to our line. I'm now in the 2nd class section of the schoolyard. When the bell rings, this will be their line to line up and wait for their teacher to come, and as you can see again on the line, each line has a section 1 metre apart. So this is the 2nd class yard. I'm stepping into the 1st class yard. We're used to this from before. Again, there's a line over here on my right, a good distance away from the 2nd class line, where the boys and girls will line up, and that same goes for senior infants and 1st class, senior infants and junior infants over on the right. So we're ready certainly for the yard. What we're going to do now, boys and girls, is we're going to go inside to the school and look at one of our classrooms set up to be ready. Now, boys and girls, I had my visor on there for a second. You will get used to seeing some of the class teachers wearing their visors, and if you see me again, the visor covers my face completely, but you can see me and you will know who it is. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to stand in one of the classrooms. I'm coming into Miss Boyle's third class. Immediately on my right, you've got your hand sanitizer. I'm stepping into the room now, and over here on my left at the sink, we've got our soap dispenser and our hand sanitizer again, and our paper towel. Miss Boyle has her class done out in such a way that the tables around and they're weighted on the ground and they're marked, so we will know where to put our table. If it moves, we'll go back to its original marking. There are 4 distinct groups in this class, and each group is 1 metre apart. Over here at the top of the class, where Miss Boyle's teacher's desk is, there are marks on the ground, and she will ask you not to go beyond this mark for everybody's safety. Repeated in all of the classes, boys and girls. They haven't changed really. We've just rearranged some furniture to make sure boys and girls are a safe distance from each other and from all of the adults. As you can see, boys and girls, I'm standing at the entrance to the junior school. From now on in the mornings, as was before, this is the entrance only for room 7 and 8 pupils who come in from their taxis or from home. All other pupils will be asked to go around to the double gates where we were earlier on. Now, this Tuesday, of course, we've got 18 boys and girls joining SCOIL MHUIRE for the first time. They're our new junior infants. They will go in this door where Miss Price will be here to meet them. So only for the first 2 weeks, and those boys and girls are coming in at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, and they'll be here till 12:30 for all of next week and the week after only. So it's 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. through this door. After that, they will be joining the rest of the school, coming in through the double gates down here between the schools. Now, mums and dads, I'm going to walk over here because this car park here, because this will affect you now. As you know, if you've been in Navan for the last 6 or 8 weeks, there's a lot of roadworks going on, and it will be very busy from now on. There will be extra space allowed for our school to park over here on my right opposite O'Growney Terrace. There's a section of road in there that we are allowed to use just over here on my left in the mornings and in the afternoons, and you're allowed park there for 20 minutes or so without paying. Anybody who's there maybe after 9:20, 9:30, anybody who's there after about 9:20, 9:30 would want to be careful, because the council will be around, hopefully not giving tickets, but I've asked them to give us at least a half an hour's grace in the mornings and the afternoons. Also on my left, I have a new car park down at the Abbey Road section, so there'll be about 6 cars parked down there right in the corner, so you have extra space here as well for you to park when you come to drop your child. And as I said before, please remain in your car with your child until 9 o'clock and then make your way down. Now, mums and dads, 6th class have a separate entrance into the school, again in line with guidelines and to help keep children safe. They will walk down here to the gate between the 2 schools, where they'll leave their brothers and sisters to be met by the school staff. 6th class will continue down here. I'm walking down in front of the school, and as you can see, I'm walking on the left following the arrows. I'm going to go down to the old front door we use, and when I come to that is where 6th class will go in from now on. Only the boys and girls of 6th class will enter to the school through this entrance, and a staff member will meet them to bring them straight to the class. And again, I'm following the arrows on the left in yellow. You'll come here to the entrance to the school here, and you can go in there, and on the left is the hatch for the school secretary. That is a small foyer, mums and dads, so I'm asking 2 people only at a time to go in there. Anybody else can wait outside here, and we have lines on the ground 2 meters apart outside. And I'm asking all for your cooperation with that, please. Now, boys and girls, I'm standing outside the computer room, and I'm going to walk down towards Mrs. McAteer's room. And if you see from the ground, we've got our one-way system coming down the corridor. We walk down on the left, we keep a safe distance. We come down towards the corridor where there are 2 classrooms and the girls' toilets, and you continue to walk on the left. Anybody coming out of these classrooms will be asked to walk on the opposite side and make their way back to their classrooms going around this way. All the time keeping a safe distance if you meet anybody in the corridor, and that will be very rarely. When we're using the bathroom here in the senior school, we will go at assigned times and we will go in our pods. That is the group of 3, 4, 5 or 6 boys and girls in our group in the classroom, and we will all go at that time, our separate way. Again, at break time, boys and girls, the classes will leave their rooms at assigned times, designed to make sure we do not meet each other on the corridor. And that will be the same when we're coming in, as I explained outside. In one of the senior classrooms in the senior school, and as you can see, all of the tables are 1 metre apart, and each child, there are 2 children at each table, they're also 1 metre apart. And this classroom has been designed as such to respect the distance between all of the boys and girls. Up here at the teacher's table, we have the area cordoned off again, politely requesting children to remain outside the teacher space. The teachers will be wearing visors or masks, and while it might be a little bit strange at first, we will get used to it, boys and girls. I can't tell you how much we're looking forward to having you back and getting back into our school routine and getting things back to as normal as possible for all of us. So, boys and girls, mums and dads, I'm at the end of my little tour for you all, but I am looking forward to next Tuesday greatly, and so are all of the staff here in SCOIL MHUIRE. We're ready to receive you safely. We ask you to abide by all of the guidelines that you've been given. Stay in your cars until 9 AM, come down here behind me to the gate between the 2 schools and make your way, and teachers will meet you there and bring you safely to your classrooms. 6th class will go behind me and all the way down to the old front door. And at 3 o'clock, well, 2:40 and 2:45, classes will start making their way out of the school and they will go straight to their cars or to you. If you're standing waiting, we've got 1 metre, 2 metre lines up here and your path here, and your children can go to you and go straight to your car and walk out home. I ask all mums and dads and grandmothers and grandfathers and aunts and uncles who are dropping and collecting their children to be patient and be safe, and we will all get through this together as safely as possible for the children, which is what we all want. Looking forward to seeing you all, as are all of my colleagues, next Tuesday at 9 AM. Thank you.